We are about to do a quote-unquote Virgin Mary deep dive. For those of you, we got a lot of new people, so for those of you who've never seen one of these before and you don't know what you're looking at, I don't technically call this a channel. It's not really a channeling. It's more of an incredibly in-depth reading. Incredibly in-depth. I go way out and way deep. So I call it a deep dive, and information just sort of comes through. I don't acknowledge the chat when I'm doing this. So this is, you guys can chat amongst yourselves. Again, if you want to get on the chat, then you have to click the link, click the YouTube link, make sure you're watching through YouTube and not through Patreon, and you're signed into your YouTube account, and you guys can chat amongst yourselves. Typically after the deep dive ends, we talk a little bit and I answer questions and stuff. But again, it's not really a channeling. I say that, I use that term, but it's not really what happens. And I would also say this, with this kind of stuff, it's not like a regular reading where I make a prediction and we wait and see if it comes true. Those can be validated or invalidated. But what this is it's really, it's interesting, and it's entertainment, and it's a spectacle, and it's something to watch, and it's very, very cool. A lot of people like to watch the deep dives and then go and see if they can find anything that sort of verifies what I've said in the deep dive. A lot of it can't be verified, so we just sort of have to take it as it is what it is. So that is my, if you've never seen one of these before, if you've never been here before, that's my disclaimer. Don't take this as gospel unless something can be proven, and a lot of it can't be. So just enjoy it for what it is. Okay. I'll tell you this too, is I have this goddamn awful sinus headache. My teeth are hurting. So we'll see how well we do. Okay. Okay, this is really, really interesting. The first thing that I'm getting is this is a, once again, it's a split. So just like when we were doing the Jesus thing, it's, we have historical figure, you have energy. So, what I'm immediately getting is energy, and it is, I will tell you this, it is divine feminine. I mean, like the embodiment of divine feminine. It's a purely feminine energy, and it's high. It's real high. It's actually, to me, feels higher than the Jesus energy, which did come through as very masculine. This is, well, no, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that when I was looking at the historical, that was more masculine, but the Jesus energy was more neutral than anything. This is flat out feminine. Weird noises. Just flat out feminine. And it's high. I mean, it's up here. It's way up here. And it moves differently than the Jesus energy for sure. Which is interesting. So there has to be a divine masculine equivalent to this energy, and I don't know what it is. It's not, quote unquote God. It's certainly not Jesus, because again, that was way too neutral. But there has to be a complement to this, and I don't know what it could be. What else? Okay, so it this is not an intelligent energy. It doesn't make things happen. You know what I mean? It doesn't do things. But it's like its mother. It's the mother. I mean, this is, and it's weird because it's fully separated out from other female deities. So it's you know, it's not like you can say, oh yeah, you know, Hera and Mary, same thing. Absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. So it's fully different. But it is. It's an energy unto itself. And then what's really weird is there's like, for me, there's these sub-energies of Mary. So there's like this Mary energy, quote unquote, which really is just divine feminine. And that's kind of the name that has been given as Mary. It's, I mean, it literally is tinged like feminine. I mean, it's female. It's there's no, I mean, I've never felt anything like this, really. It's definitely not neutral. It's definitely female. End of story. And then there's these like little sub-energies under it of Catholic Mary, non-Catholic Mary. But that's human. That's human created. So what I'm looking at here is these layers. Like here's your quote unquote real, if you will, Mary energy. That's I don't think it was created. I think it was always here, because it really is, it's just divine feminine. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, divine quote unquote, but I mean, it is the feminine energy. It is the feminine energy. I mean, I don't know how else to put this. It's not intelligent. It's not, so there's a lot of different stuff going on here. I'm going to try to be articulate. We'll see how well that goes. But it's sort of like you have your historical figure, and then you have this, I'm calling this energy Mary, but I mean, it's not that. This is, but again, it's not confused with other female deities. It's just this big, massive ribbon of feminine energy. And it is the divine mother. I mean, it's here. But then I have all these little sub-energies of like, this is the Mary we believe in, and this is the Mary we believe in, and this is the Mary, you know, we believe in, and so it's like you have the main heading, and then you have all these subheadings. And then historical figure, we'll get there. I don't know if I'm going to get anything on it, but this is the energy. This is what it is. And honestly, I think I remember speculating that Mary energy was man-made. And to a degree it is, because we have all these little subheadings. But this energy that I'm sensing, it's just pure feminine energy, mother energy. It is the mother. So, I mean, and the closest thing that it's coming to me is it's Native American. That's oh yeah, oh heart chakra's starting to go. It's Native American, so it's the divine mother. I mean, this is like, you know, the great mother. This is what it is. That's the closest thing I can give you. It's not the church version, it's not the Catholic version of quote unquote Mary. That gets into weird stuff. That's a weird energy, actually. That's actually a really weird energy. So I'm going to try to describe this if I can. So I'm looking at divine mother energy, and that's the high. I mean, it's so high. It's so high up there. It's so high up there. It's really, it's weird. It fully feminine, fully mother energy. I mean, it's literally like there is no masculine to this, you know? And like I said, there has to be a masculine complement somewhere, in general, right? But I'm telling you, this isn't the masculine and the feminine come together. No, this is purely female. It's purely tinged female. I mean, it has an actual gender to it. You know, it's what you would characterize. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a gender, but it's what you would characterize as feminine energy, and it's mother energy, and it is. Like mother, like I'm going to take care of you. I'm watching over you. I'm taking care of you. And And it's weird because it's just like that Jesus energy where it's just this like band of energy. It's just this like ribbon of energy that's just there, that you can access. You know, that anybody can access. Anybody can get to it. Anybody can embody it. You know what I mean? But it's not, I mean, the Jesus, I'm making comparisons here. The Jesus energy was like pure love. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh shit. This is different. I'm not saying there's not love there, but this is, and that was like really joyful. This is way, way, way different. This is like, I'm going to cradle you. I'm going to try not to swear, but like, I'm going to cradle you. I'm going to breastfeed you. I'm going to nourish you. I'm taking care of you. Now it makes sense why Native Americans, the Great Mother is the earth, because that's what the earth does. This is not earth energy though. That's a completely different animal. But like this, is this making any sense? It's coming fast and hard and I'm having trouble making sense of it. So, so there is this great father energy. I see. Ah, okay. So God, there's a breeze. I will tell you this. There is a breeze coming through this room and there are no windows open. So God, as we see God is the you know, okay. So divine masculine energy has basically been co-opted as the God. That's a problem. Okay, I get it. Okay, so here's the divine complement. I'm trying to find it in our world. And it is this masculine father energy, which is really, really protective. But people took that and said, oh no, this is God. God's a man. Here we go. I mean, they just literally like said, no, and God is like something completely different, like completely different than what you're looking at. So, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Is this making sense to you guys? So you have your father energy and you have your mother energy, and they are ribbons of energy. The mother energy is actually higher than the father energy. I'm not sure where Jesus is falling on my little energy spectrum here, but people, the weirdest stuff is happening right now. So people took this male energy and we're like, oh no, that's God. It completely knocked the female energy to the side. Neither one is God, by the way, but that's what it is. So there is this divine male complement energy to it, and they sort of frequency wise, the she energy is higher and the he energy is a little bit lower because he's a little bit more down to earth in a way, I guess you could say. I mean, it's not bad, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you know, the man energy is shitty. It's not like that, but it's she just happens to be a little bit higher frequency wise. She makes me feel higher. The man energy is like, it kind of brings me back down into my body, like, okay, you're here, whereas I'm up here somewhere. So they do complement each other. I mean, they run side by side. But people took this and said, oh, that energy, that's God. That's the man. The man is God. F the woman. We don't care about her. She's lower than God. And they run right beside each other. So where? I don't know what is going on. The weirdest, like, it's not in my head, it's actually out here. And I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but it's like Tibetan bowls, like there's these weird, I mean, it's got to be coming from outside. It's got to be coming, I don't think it's in my house. This is weird. It stopped. But it was like when somebody like plays the wine glasses even. You know what I mean? It's gone. I don't know what it was. I mean, just as it could be just a funny coincidence. But anyway, so really the Mary that we got a bunch of different things going on here, which is actually super annoying to me. but I try to access Mary energy and I immediately get shown, okay, this is divine feminine, this is divine female, this is the feminine energy. Yes, there's a masculine complement to it. But I'm telling you, she is here, he is here. So it's not like they're side by side. And I'm not saying this in a hierarchical kind of way where it's like she's above him, but just frequency wise, she's higher. She makes me feel higher. And she's more nurturing and he's protection. So it's very like hunter-gatherer type stuff here. And okay, so and what's interesting too is these both of these bands of energy, they don't really do anything. I felt like the Jesus energy was more active, and these are just sort of there, and they're more passive. So really what you're looking at is she, he, they, all right? You know, Mary, man, Mary. It's not God, so I'm not going to say that. It's man, Mary. I don't know what you want to call it. And then Jesus. So it's I mean, you have these gendered and non-gendered representations here, which is really interesting to me. What else do we have here? This is way more than just a deep dive on Mary. I'm going to get to all the little subheadings because there's a bunch of them. And some of the energy is actually very, very dark, which is interesting to me. But what I've got, again, is just, this is divine feminine. And then you have divine masculine. And they do complement each other very much so. But the divine, oh, I just got a head rush too. Shit, this is going to be a wild one. Divine feminine energy, again, it doesn't feel active. It feels very passive. But the divine masculine energy to me feels very, very passive. So it's like this stuff doesn't do anything. It's just sort of there. And, you know, if you need to tap into it, you can tap into it. And I think it's just sort of hanging around. There's a breeze in here. I don't know what is, I mean, I'm telling you, this is so bizarre. But, oh, okay, information coming through. So, oh my God, this is going to be wild. Okay, I got to get this out. So what I'm being shown and told now is this, that ancient, like back in the day civilizations, way more advanced, they knew more of what was going on. Like they got it better than we do. We're like in the dark ages basically, but they had this knowledge of these frequency bands, even the Jesus frequency, which was not called the Jesus frequency, it was something else. But they had this knowledge, and they were able to understand it. They spoke about it. They knew what it was. They knew it was there. It wasn't able to be utilized. So I mean, it wasn't like, you know, take this divine feminine energy and we'll power our ancient cars with it. I mean, it wasn't anything like that, but there was an awareness, and it was like, yes, this is here, honor it. This is here, honor it. This is here, honor it. Like they lived by these certain principles. I'm telling you, there were these ancient civilizations that got it. They may not have had airplanes, but they got it, and we don't get it. We've lost a ton of knowledge. We've lost a ton of knowledge. And what happened was, so I mean, I must be going way, way back, because I mean, this is like before Greek mythology, before Roman mythology. Like I'm way over here. I don't know where the hell I am right now. Okay. And I'm also being shown like lots and lots of more water on the earth. So God only knows when this was. I don't know. Somebody can figure it out. But I'm being shown like a ton of water, like a ton of water. I'm not saying great flood. I'm not saying that, like, it's not like, oh, there was a big flood. I don't know, but they're showing me like way more water. But there were these civilizations that like got it, that just like they had so much way, way, way better knowledge of operating frequencies, and they honored it. And and then where was the shift? Where was the breakdown then? Because this is what I see is, okay, you know, they're really operating on a really high frequencies. They get it. They get how stuff works. They get these really beautiful energies. They know how to use them in a way. But again, you're not powering a car here. I think they just use them internally. Like they get it. And then there's this shift, and it's like, it's gone. It's just gone in like the blink of an eye. I'm not saying this is Atlantis at all, because it was really widespread. So it was basically the entire earth. There might have been pockets here and there of like sheer ignorance, but more or less it was every large civilization on earth had this knowledge. And then I feel this shift, and it's just broken. There's like a break. It's like continuous break. And now we have this stuff that we're dealing with now, which is crap. This is, people don't know how to do stuff anymore. And there are still pockets. And it's mainly indigenous civilizations that have bits and pieces. If not, some of them may have full knowledge of what happened before this break. But by and large, we are ignorant idiots. Oh, this is crazy. But there is this break, but I don't know what caused the break, and I can't see what caused the break. But it's like, this is how we do things, and we're doing it right, break, and now you don't know what the F you're doing, you're idiots. this really is the dark ages when it comes to stuff like that. It's full. I mean, when they're showing me it shifts again. You don't get all the knowledge back for thousands of years, apparently. Yeah, that's what I'm being told, thousands of years. You don't get all the knowledge back, but it starts to come back, and it's starting to come back now, and people are starting to pay attention some more. But there was a time where not only were these energies honored, but they were fully well known, fully acknowledged without mythology. So that's something that's like an important piece that I'm being given here is there's no mythology surrounding it. There was no like stories. It was just like, this is a thing. This is a thing. This is a thing. Like this, you know, the he, she, they energy. It's a thing. And I don't know how they worked with it. I'm being shown this, like they worked with it. I think healing bodies and creating things, real big, powerful, creative energies here that we don't know how to use, that we're using a fraction of, if that. Wow, this is wild. Okay, there it was again. Can you hear this on camera? It sounds like somebody's doing the wine glass thing. It's weird. No, somebody was just vacuuming. I heard somebody vacuuming, but it's not in here. Like, you know, every once in a while you'll hear like a tone in your ear and you're like, what is that? No, this is out there somewhere. Wow. Okay. No, you can't hear it. I don't know. It's faint. It's really weird. But anyway, okay. I lost my train of thought because the wine glass thing keeps happening and I'm like, what is that? I know I heard some guy vacuuming out there, so it wasn't that. It was like the two different things that I was hearing. But they used to be able to make stuff grow, is what I'm getting to, by using this energy. Like they would make things grow. That there was no famine upon the earth. There was never any famine at all. Period. I mean, it does sound like a higher frequency, but I'm not hearing it in my head. I'm literally hearing it like out there somewhere, but it does. You know when somebody does that thing and they make that high-pitched tone with the wine glasses? You know what I'm talking about, right? Like I keep hearing that and it's like coming off and on. It's been 20 minutes already? Good Lord. Okay. Okay. All right. I hope y'all know I'm wearing my Patrick Swayze shirt because when you channel the Virgin Mary, this is what you wear. FYI, you wear your Point Break t-shirt. You know the sound, okay. Okay, so what else do we have here? Yeah, there was no famine upon the earth. I mean, there was prosperity, there was peace. People knew what they were doing. They were connected to all of these energies, and so they didn't have, I'm telling you this, they didn't have war. They did not have it. Did not exist. And then there's this break, and this is so bizarre. So there's like, I see this, and then there's this break, and then it was like all hell broke loose, more or less. It was like the knowledge was just gone. So, and it seems instant. I'm sure it wasn't instantaneous because we're talking geological time, which is very, very, eons or milliseconds in geological time. So I'm talking about that. I'm sure it wasn't instantaneous, but it feels like it was just, I'm literally seeing like a broken conduit gone. So I don't know how the energy, I don't know how the knowledge of these energies was lost. And again, like I'm telling you, they were able to make things grow. They were able to heal people. They were able to heal themselves, heal the earth. And it was like things happened quick. There was no war. There was only peace because they were all tapped into all this energy, but they were using it. And again, I don't mean they were using it to power their cars or they were using it somehow internally. There was no illness. And when people did fall ill, it was like, we got this handled. I mean, it was like practically Wakanda is basically more or less what's going on here without like the flying spaceships. And everybody was really connected and could feel the connection between feminine, masculine, and they. So it was like he, she, they. Everybody could feel the connection to each other, which is why there was no strife. Because they were like, I can't, you're me, I'm you. I can't mess with you, I can't hurt you. Really like an incredible amount of respect and honor that is just, it's just gone. So this is weird. And it's not, again, I mean, if you're just tuning in here, I'm not talking about Atlantis because it's the whole damn globe. This was practically universal. There were a couple of pockets where like they weren't connected, they weren't hooked in. I don't know why, but they were tiny. And it seems like isolated, like on islands or something. Again, and the whole thing was like way more water. Way more water. And I wonder if that's why we don't have a ton of evidence of this. I mean, this is way back. I'm telling you, like people. But pre-Roman, pre-Greek. Okay. So, okay. So, and I've got a message here also that's coming out. Damn it, my foot's asleep. There's a lot of distractions in this reading, which is super irritating. So the message is this, that you as individuals can recover some of this knowledge simply by living in honor and really like daily tapping into these three energies and really respecting these energies. I'm being shown also there are other energies out there that don't have names, that you don't know about yet, that you can't access yet. And I like, it'll blow your top off. That's what I'm getting. Like, you can't get there yet. Like, you got to work your way up to that. You can't just jump into the deep end, I guess, is what's going on here. But they're saying, like, if you can access this power, absolutely. It's all here. And bits of knowledge may even come to you, is what they're saying. Like, it'll just, like, you'll just go, oh, I know what to do with this. Like bits of knowledge may come to you just randomly. But they're saying it was power without power, because it was power, but they didn't know it was power. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't want it for power's sake. So I don't know what the break was. Can you show me the break? Oh, seems like a meteorite or something. Something crashed. Something came. Something just pretty much decimated everything. So I don't even know when this was. But that's what I saw as a big thing hitting the earth, and like, that was it. That's why it was the information just sort of disappeared. It didn't disappear all the way because people survived. And I think those people became indigenous peoples throughout the world that have the same, you know, kind of ideas here. But that's what happened. That's why there was a big break. Something crashed. Something big. I mean, I'm talking like meteor, like huge. And it was just like, that's it. Game over. Let's take a peek at some of these other Mary energies. Some of it's real dark. It's so weird. To view the rest of this deep dive, you can become a patron at the $2 level. And not only will you get this, which is an 1.5 hour long video, but you get all the archives at the $2 level. So everything going back to 2016. Next up in this video, I start talking about the various different kinds of Marys that I find out there, and then I go into the actual historical Mary, and I will tell you, I was fully astonished by what I uncovered. It was not anything like I expected. Jesus, Joseph, the whole deal was nothing like I expected. Please do come on over to Patreon and check it out. I will be so happy to see you. And again, I think this is one of my favorites, one of my most favorite readings I've ever done. See you soon. And a great big thank you to Our Gems, our main sponsor. You rule, Our Gems!